Today, I'm going to show you how to use the Raster Calculator in ArcGIS Pro. The Raster Calculator tool allows you to execute math and logic functions on raster datasets in your map. If you work with raster data a lot, then this is a necessary tool to have in your arsenal. In our example, we have a raster dataset that represents the land value for a new housing development. In our case, everything has been made up and is just for learning purposes. So our raster layer shows that less desirable land, which is in blue and purple, is closer to the roadway, whereas more desirable land is mostly in the center, as shown in red and orange. So the range of values is between $270,000 and $408,000 for our raster. But let's say that all of a sudden land value increases by 5%. How can we update this in the raster dataset? The answer is, we can use the Raster Calculator. Let's give it a try. Go ahead and select the Analysis tab. Then, select the Tools button. You'll see the geoprocessing tools appear. Type in Raster Calculator in the search bar. On a side note, you're going to need a Spatial Analyst license to use this tool. So make sure you select the Raster Calculator tool that's part of the Spatial Analyst tools. It's the one that I'm hovering over with my mouse. Now let's click this one and look at the inputs. Just like any calculator, we can write math expressions. But in ArcGIS Pro, we're using map algebra or raster math. There are many types of expressions here like division, subtraction, conditionals, trigonometry, and math statements. But we're going to keep it fairly simple in our example, and just use multiplication. So if the land value increases 5%, we are going to have to multiply the land value layer by 1.05%. Let's type it in. Okay, that looks good. I'll just leave the output raster name as it is. So let's press the Run button and see how the results look. It really didn't take too long to run. So in our new output raster, we have increased the values by 5%. That means the new maximum value is 428. So the high-end land value becomes $428,000. And for the low-end land value, it is $284,000. These low-end land values still remain along the roads for the most part. So that looks good. Let's try a different expression for the raster calculator. What happens if we just want to find land values higher than $350,000? How would we do that? In this case, we would just write a conditional statement. Let's try it out. So let's start with the land value raster first, and then pick the greater than symbol. Finally, let's type in 350. I'll go ahead and change the output dataset name this time. Now let's push the Run button. This time the result shows either a value of 0 or 1 in the output raster. If the value is 1, then this means that the land value exceeds $350,000 for those grid cells. But if the value is 0, this means the land value is under $350,000. Well, there you have it. We used a math and conditional statement using the Raster Calculator in ArcGIS Pro. This tool has all sorts of applications in GIS. You can even use it to run a remote sensing index calculation such as NDVI. Please like or subscribe to our YouTube channel. We hope to see you again soon.